Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. This is going to be your no-nonsense, really straightforward KT-4 upgrade guide. Now then, as I say in all of my guides, it's possible that Treyarch could, if they wanted to, change the steps for this in a patch. So what you should do right now is look in the description, and in there I'll have written if this is the up-to-date version of the guide and it's fine, or if there's something that's been changed and as such you need to make a correction to the method, that will be in the description as well. So if you get stuck at any point and you haven't read the description, chances are the correction to the guide is down there waiting for you to see. The first thing you obviously are going to need is the KT-4, which I have a whole video on, so if you don't know how to get that base weapon which we're going to upgrade today, then click down to the description below and in there you'll find my full guide, get that done, it's very easy, and then get back to this video and we can upgrade that bad boy. The upgrade process is actually quite similar to the building of the KT-4 itself. There are 3 stages and you can do them in any order. In this video I'll present them in the order that I think is probably the most easy, but feel free to mix it up if you feel so inclined. The first that we'll look at is the tooth that you get from the spider. Now, for this, you need to have already built the KT-4, so build the KT-4, then come over to this glowing webbing here and shoot it. It will disappear, and you'll be able to enter the spider's boss area. You need to shoot the spider in the mouth when it is frothing with this sort of pus, this yellowy green liquid. It will be coming out of its mouth, and when the spider is dead, it doesn't take massively long, don't worry, it's not the hardest boss fight in the world by any means, it's actually quite easy. You'll be able to pick up a tooth from the front of the spider. Now, it's not in its belly, it's not in its chest. I know a lot of people have been saying various different things about this. It's in the spider's mouth, just where you would expect a tooth to be. Grab it, leave the area, and you've got the first piece you need. The second is the elusive rainbow water and the plant that you have to grow with it. So this can be just a little tricky, but I reckon I've got a method here that will work for you every single time. It's really consistent in my experience. Hopefully it's the same for you. Without further ado, let's get into it. But if you do get stuck, there'll be some handy tips in the description to help you out. So, assuming you have a bucket, just a regular bucket from anywhere on the map, you need to come into the bunker and go past the Pack-a-Punch, down the spiral stairs, and into this room here. On the left side of the room, you can access these sewers, and what you are going to do is enter the sewers, which costs around 500 points, and then travel through the sewer pipe, and you'll end up out at the green water location. That's where you'll surface. So what I'm going to do now is explain exactly when you need to hold square to pick up a sample of rainbow water, okay? So inside the pipe, when you first enter it, you're in a green area. The lighting is green, and it goes green, blue, green, blue, green. Just as that last green section begins, there is a rock of 115 on your right, and that, I believe, is the source of the rainbow water. So what you specifically need to do, okay, is inside the pipe, you're going to see the 2 blue areas pass, and as you go from that second blue area to the green area after it, you'll pass through this metal ring around you, okay? It's as soon as you are inside that ring, as soon as you are in the center of that circle, that you want to hold square. And if you do that, you should get the rainbow water every time. Loads of people have tweeted me saying that they can't get the water here, they're spamming square and it's just not working. Don't spam square, okay? Don't spam, just do it precisely. As soon as you're in the middle of that ring, hold square, rainbow water achieved, you can move on to the next part of this step to get your upgrade piece. Turns out before we do this next step with this skull, we've got to mesmerize the poster on the wall near the purple water location. So come into this room and mesmerize the poster. So down the spiral stairs that we've already talked about, past the Pack-a-Punch. On the other side, there is the tunnel that you use, for example, to get the Pack-a-Punch opening piece, that little wheel. That tunnel is going to be your friend for the remainder of this step, because you're going to go down there with the skull of Nan Sapwe, okay? If you haven't got the skull just yet, then I've got a guide on my channel, link in the description down below, okay? It's very straightforward. You've just got to do the skull rituals, you get the skull, you need to come down the tunnel with the skull, and it needs to be ready to use, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to mesmerize the wall here on the right side of the end of the tunnel, and what it will do is it will make this rock disappear, and inside the little cavern that appears there, you'll see a location for you to plant a seed. What you need to do is go there, plant a seed, and water it with your rainbow water. Now, I'm cutting between clips here just because I recorded this at different times, so don't worry about the extra leaves that suddenly appeared. All you need to worry about is going down there with your skull, mesmerizing the wall, planting your seed, and watering it with rainbow water. Then, you absolutely have to come back next round and water it again with rainbow water. Okay? And then finally, the next round, you need to do the same again. So that's 3 rounds in a row. You're going to be watering this plant with rainbow water. And then afterwards, you can go back down there and just pick up the piece you need for the KT-4 upgrade. Huzzah! 2 out of 3. Good job so far. Last one, really straightforward. For this next one, you need an electrocuted shield, which can be achieved fairly easily. Link in the description down below to build the shield if you don't know. Once you've got the shield, all you need to do is finish your trials, and that's everyone in your game needs to finish their trials, which are the challenges that are presented to you on the pillars near the skull altar. Finish those trials, and then if everyone in your game has done them, lightning will start periodically striking that area. What you need to do is just go over there with a shield, get struck by lightning essentially, whip your shield out, and you should have electricity flowing along the actual visor itself. Then go over to lab B, and you're going to want to shock the control panel for this cage here, okay? There should then be electricity flowing on the control panel itself, but what should happen is the door to the cage should open. If you're playing solo, you can just jump straight in. If you're playing co-op, one player's going to jump in, and then the other player is going to lower the cage, okay? You'll end up in a blue room, and you'll find a skeleton in there who has a blood vial, or some kind of vial. It might be liquid divinium, it might be something else entirely, who knows? But it's a vial of liquid in its kind of chest, like it's tucked between its ribs. Grab it, and voila, you've got your final KT-4 upgrade piece. If you're playing co-op, your teammate can raise you up again then. If you're solo, you should just raise up after a few seconds. And then, the only thing left to do is go down back to where you got the KT-4 from in the first place, go to the table to the right, and stick your gun, your KT-4, on the bench, allow the upgrade to happen, and then grab it back again, and voila, you've got the Masamune weapon in Zetsubou No Shima. Hopefully, this no-nonsense, straightforward guide has been useful for all of you. If it has been, please like the video, that would be fantastic, and I'll see you guys very soon in another zombies video. Bye-bye.